surprise teams collide when the Rams battle the Vikings or other regional action. It all starts at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Check your local listings for the game in your area.
He's what they call a super agent. His name is Rich Paul. He's LeBron's agent. Ben Simmons, Tristan Thompson, John Wall, Eric Bledsoe of the big names. And we were asking before the break. I said, generally speaking, I would be called a low maintenance client. I don't complain much. I got a great agent. I don't. But my life's not that demanding. I come and talk and then go away. When's the last time LeBron was mad at you and you said 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, look, all talent has to have maintenance of some sort.
Right. Christine, why are you smiling at me?
I'm just looking at you.
Well, Christine was looking at me as if to acknowledge what he was saying. Okay, go ahead.
I don't really get into the high or low maintenance. You know, you get guys, whether it's Ben or John or Eric or DeJounte Murray or even all the way up to LeBron, that, you know, just some days they don't want to do something.
Right.
And that's part of it, you know. And for someone who sits in my seat, you know, you pull. It's a
push
pull type of thing. But overall, you know, I've been blessed to have an unbelievable group of clients, and it's more than an agent thing for me. And so we have dialogue all the time.
And just a couple days ago, LeBron didn't want to do something, and you had scheduled something.
He didn't want to do something.
What did you want him to do?
Yeah.
We had a meeting.
We didn't want to have a meeting.
Yeah.
Meetings stink.
And he didn't want to go. I'm like,
I don't blame him. Hey, LeBron, if you're watching, I support you. Meetings stink.
Well, it depends what the meeting was
What are you
about.
scheduling a meeting with LeBron for? He's a busy guy. He's conquering the world.
But it's not. But it's all guys. If it's John, if it's whoever, if it's Ben, it's hey.
Hey, by the way, John Wall matured last year. I thought he was immature, came into the league. I thought John Wall actually matured. You represent him. Why?
Well, I think it's a situation in which obviously you go through a maturation process.
Sure.
And at the same time, you have to want to mature. You have to want to establish yourself and surround yourself with the proper structure.
Also, he had surgeries.
Yeah, and so that was one of the big things, you know, when John and I talked and he explained to me that I'm not totally healthy, Rich. I said, well, let's focus on that. Let's focus on that first. And he agreed. And so when you have, I mean, John's an incredible person first, by the way. He's an all-NBA basketball player, but he's an incredible person. And so when a guy like that, they trust in you, they believe in you, and he allowed me to put a plan in place in which we executed, and he did the things that it took to come back to be the all-NBA player he was last year. People don't realize John Wall had double knee surgery in May.
See, this is the
before
key.
The season.
So John sensed, you know, just a young, unbridled, wildly talented kid, oh, crap, you can see the finish line when you have 2 surgeries. It's like, I got to button this thing up, man. Yeah. I may only have 5 great years left. So John, this is the story I heard, that John had surgeries and kind of said, hey, man, I gotta get this thing all buttoned up here.
Yeah, he changed his diet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he changed his work habits. You know, he really focused on the summer, really buying in.
Yeah.
And he carried his trainer with him. I mean, he traveled with his trainer everywhere he went.
Okay.
And really, you know, really focused. And we've seen the results.
What has branding changed in the NBA? 4 minutes here. Branding, marketing. From the time you got into this business to today, has it changed?
I'm not going to say it's changed so much. I mean, obviously, social media added
a layer.
A layer. But what it did allow was for everyone to be relevant, for everyone to have some sense of fame. Because now, if the 12th player on the bench tweets,
he's famous.
Yeah. So,
do you like that as an agent, as a super agent? Do you like that?
You don't really love it because, you know, obviously, tweeting is a sensitive thing.
Get you in trouble.
You know, for some people, yes. and so you don't love it, but it's part of us now. And so we deal with it. We try to manage it as best we can.
So you try to manage the social media from players?
Yeah, we do.
Even LeBron?
Even LeBron,
okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever get the phone? Hey, LeBron, get off Twitter right now.
We always get into it about, you know, not get into it because we're like brothers, but we are brothers. But it's just sometimes enough is enough.
The
And it's like,
subtweeting.
The subtweeting. He's got a cryptic thing going. He's a little subtweeter.
Yeah.
Do you know what the Arthur fists meant?
Yeah,
I
what
have
did-
no idea.
Oh, come on now.
Have you
no
seen
idea.
Arthur?
I haven't.
I'm not really I'm into basketball. I'm not really into cartoons. And,
Well, it's all about like working together and making the team work together. So
well, if that's what it is, then kudos to them because they, obviously they need to work together. And
Hey, when Phil Jackson made those posse comments, it rubbed me the wrong way. It obviously was it Maverick Carter, you, LeBron,
and Randy Mims, yeah.
Who was most upset initially? Because I thought it was a shot at you guys. Like you weren't equipped to handle the big time of the NBA.
Well, look, at the end of the day, I think, my partners said what they had to say about it. I'm not a guy to come out and say certain things about it. Obviously, I respect Phil and everything he's done for the league and as a coach and as a front office guy, executive. But it's part of the world, right? And I can't sit here and say he actually knew what he was saying at the time, or he didn't know what he was saying at the time.
Yeah, but I can say that.
Okay, that's fine. But I don't allow things to affect me. Period. People gonna say what they want to say. When I started to Clutch Sports Group, I started with 4 guys and built it to 15 guys, and been blessed to be at 738 million in contracts in the last 5 years. I got to stay focused.
Totally. You got to stay on the process.
Focused. I can't.
Okay. Let's get to the big business here in Los Angeles. He's got a house. He's got business. I'm not saying he's coming, but I made the argument yesterday that if they win 38 to 40 games, psychologically, that's much easier for LeBron to say, I can take him 38 to 50. LeBron probably psychologically doesn't go, I can take 24 wins to 50. Does it matter? What will be the linchpin move if LeBron was to come to Los Angeles? What's the most important thing?
Well, I would have no idea about that. I would say, for anywhere, not Los Angeles, not Miami, not Detroit, Milwaukee. I think for LeBron and for most athletes, the most important thing is about winning.
Not all of them.
Well, at his level, should be. It should be about winning at his point.
Okay,
his
so
career.
what does that mean, Rich? 39 games for this young Laker team, that is winning.
Well,
That's a heck of a season.
Yeah, and I think Cleveland won 60 games and been to the finals 3 years in a row. So I think his focus should be there. I think he owe it to his teammates and he owe it to the organization to keep his focus on the Cleveland Cavaliers for right now. And my job is to, at such time, give him the advice that he wants and prepare him to be able to make whatever decision he wants to make at such time. Right now, that's not the time. I have a guy on a client on the Lakers, which is Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Very, very nice player, plays real defense. By the way, will LeBron call you after this interview and scold you for giving away information? Will he even watch this today?
I don't know. I would hope he's sleeping. He got a game today.
Really?
But he can't scold me. He'll.
He told me he yelled at you 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, we yell at each other.
Oh, you yell at him too?
Yeah, I'm older.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So occasionally you'll be like, come talk to your older brother here.